Hello and welcome everyone to the start of another week and another Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Panarski here as we count down the top 8 stories from over the weekend here in and around West Michigan. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Hopefully you all got to celebrate the holiday in style this weekend. And in case you missed anything during all of that fun, we're here to catch you all up on everything you missed over the past couple of days and also what we're working on for the start of this week. And we begin our show today down in Parchment. Authorities are continuing to investigate a deadly shooting that happened early Sunday morning. It was around 1 a.m. when officers with the Kalamazoo Township Police Department were called to Shoppers Lane on reports of shots fired at a large gathering. Once on the scene, they discovered a 21-year-old man who had been shot. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The victim has been identified as Xavier D. Harris. The shooting remains under investigation at this time, but authorities have said that they believe Harris knew the shooter and was targeted in it. Anyone with information on this case is asked to call police or Silent Observer at this time. And staying in the Kalamazoo area now, a man was arrested after a shopping cart and blankets were lit on fire late Sunday night near the Kalamazoo Public Library. It happened just before midnight. Officers say that someone had set the fire to the shopping cart and blankets, and they belonged to an unhoused person that was sleeping under the library's overhang. The victim was able to extinguish the flames without getting hurt, but the shopping cart became fully engulfed and caused some external damage to the library before first responders were able to put out the fire completely. This is body camera footage from that scene earlier late last night, actually. A person has been arrested thanks to the surveillance footage found outside of the building. He has only been described as a 43-year-old man at this time and is currently awaiting arraignment later today at the Kalamazoo County Jail. And now, warning courtesy from the Grand Rapids Police Department about some noises you might hear over the next few weeks. As part of the department's training for its officers, GRPD says there might be gunshots heard near Market Avenue and I-196. That is part of the training and should not worry the surrounding community. They are expected to be firing shots, part of their firearms training, and that will be held from starting now through April 1st and will happen anywhere from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. while the officers are being trained. GRPD is asking residents not to be alarmed and only report gunshots in your area if you think it warrants a police response and isn't part of their training. Officials with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has confirmed the first case of measles in the state this year. This comes after the recent outbreak of the disease in Texas, where more than 300 people have become infected. This is the first measles case in the state of Michigan since July of 2024. The case was found in Oakland County. The infected person was described only as an adult who had recently traveled overseas. It is not clear whether or not they were vaccinated. MDHHS is now looking to see if anyone else that they interacted with may have also become infected with the measles, and the department is urging residents at this time to stay updated and check their vaccination status and help them curb the possible spread of this disease. And how about some good news now in the form of March Madness officially being upon us. One of the best times of the year for sports fans as 68 men's and women's basketball teams heard their name called and invited to dance in the NCAA tournament for this season. Both men's and women's teams for Michigan and Michigan State will be headed to the tournament. On the men's side, the Wolverines, coming off a Big Ten tournament championship, will face UC San Diego on Thursday. The Spartans, the Big Ten regular season champs, will host the Bryant Bulldogs as a 2 seed in March Madness. Over on the women's side, Michigan State is a 7 seed and will face Harvard, and Michigan, a 6 seed, will take on the winner of the first 4 matchup on the women's side between Iowa State and Princeton. Here's hoping for deep runs for all of our Michigan representatives in the tournament. All of the fun, of course, kicks off starting tomorrow. And if you were out and about on Saturday, then you probably had some trouble seeing and maybe you were sneezing a little bit more than usual. Well, that's what happens when you have the worst air quality in the United States, which was the case for much of West Michigan this weekend. Strong winds were blowing in dust from the plains to the Midwest. The air quality index was 397 in Grand Rapids around 3 p.m., making it considered hazardous to be in. For reference, a good air quality index number is anywhere between 0 and 50. Thankfully, we had a cold front on the way, which cleared out the dust in the air, but also brought some snow to residents here yesterday, which is always what happens whenever we seem to get a stretch of nice days, always back to that wintry mix. Well, we're hoping for another warm up and one coming up soon. So let's check in now with Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood to see if some warmer temperatures and the weather that we were feeling last week is once again on the horizon.
And welcome on to St. Patrick's Day, which is going to give us a fairly decent day in the forecast with some sunshine, seasonable temperatures, a bit of a breeze out of the south this afternoon. But the precipitation you see to our northwest will stay to our north today. So good looking forecast, 48 degrees for a high with that sunshine. And there's that south wind kicking in around 10 to 20. So that's going to temper those feel like readings just a little bit. But again, lots of sunshine and a dry forecast for St. Patrick's Day. That's always a treat this time of year. So breezy sunshine today, warmer for Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we'll bring some 60s back into the mix, and then very typical March, another storm system that's going to pay us a visit later Wednesday through the Thursday time frame. Looks like some rain showers developing later Wednesday. Could mix in a little bit of snow on the backside of that storm system. Quiet on Friday as it looks, with a chance of some sprinkles and flurries on Saturday. Could be another system next Monday. Some of the forecast models print out a little bit of accumulating snow. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, thanks, Matt. And it's Monday, which means we just had a brand new Sunday story, courtesy of Matt Jarowski, drop over on woodtv.com. This week's story is all about Wealthy Theater, a labor dispute from the 1930s, and a string of bombings here in West Michigan. It all began on January 30th, 1930, and continued for some time as police tried to investigate them before another one happened. They started in Grand Rapids and eventually moved to Muskegon as well. Thankfully, though, the explosion at Wealthy Theater did little damage to the building, and the suspect was caught shortly thereafter as well. You can find the full story right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And as a reminder to everyone that if you love the Daily 8, well, you're in luck because we are bringing you an extended version, and that all begins coming up later today at 2 p.m. over on Wood TV Plus. Wood TV Plus, of course, is our new television app, which you can download right now if you've got a Fire TV, an Apple TV, or a Roku, and it is pretty simple to go ahead and download it and start taking in all of our content, weather, sports, news, the Daily 8, like I said, all of that is starting up again today. And for ways on how to figure out how to download the app, it is really easy. We turn now to our very own Ellen Baca with a tutorial.
Hey everybody, Ellen Baca here, and you're joining me from the tracking center, but we've got some big news. We have the Wood TV Plus app that's just dropped. That means you can get Wood TV basically anywhere, as long as you have Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV. So today we have Fire TV. I'm going to kind of show you how easy it is to install, even if you're installing it in your home away from home, basically for us, the tracking center, right? We thought, I wonder if we can put it on one of these TVs. Well, the answer is yes. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is to install. You basically head to your Fire TV section and go to Find. Once you click on Find, you can enter into the search. And at this point, you just plug in Wood, W-O-O-D. And then head down to the search and hit enter. Now, when you hit enter, you're gonna see a lot of movies and TV shows at first, but you wanna keep scrolling down to apps and games, and there we are, Wood TV 8 Plus. Go ahead and click on it. And you can already see an example of what's available, all of our forecasts. We have all of our special segments that we've done. And then you can also watch Wood TV in real time. And if it's not during a newscast, you can just watch the last newscast. So it's really convenient for you. You never have to miss out on today's news or weather just because you ran a little early or a little late. So we're gonna head to Get Free to Download. Processing, queued. You got an app, okay. Perfect. And as it's installing, we'll just kind of wait here. It usually goes pretty quickly. But again, you can access all of the Wood TV content that you know and you love, and you don't have to necessarily tune in at a certain time anymore. This is all on demand. That means all of our Target 8 specials, all of our Storm Teammate specials, which we put tons of effort into. And if you're someone like a snow lover, you can check out some of our special segments like Matt Kirkwood's Snow Conditions. All right, so open app. Opening it up. This looks so good. There it is. So exciting. accept the terms, and there we got it. WOOD TV Plus. Be sure to download, check us out. We want to be here for you, and now we are in just another way.
All right, awesome stuff from Ellen there. See, it really is so simple, folks. All you got to do is search WOOD and find the app right there. And this is just the beginning. You're going to be able to find, of course, all of our newscasts in real time, playing right there on WOOD TV Plus, along with specialty weather breakouts, our 8 West content, the extended Daily 8, which I want to mention is going to be quite the show for us as our very first one over on WOOD TV Plus. We're going to bring you all of the stories you just saw now, including a couple of extras and all of the breaking news that happens in between when we shut things off here on the Daily 8 to when we get going again at 2 p.m. We're also going to be checking in with Miranda, as she is going to become a regular feature part of the extended Daily 8 on WOOD TV Plus. We'll hear from her what she's got planned for Miranda Where You Live, and also what she is going to be bringing to us exclusively on the Daily 8. And of course, we also have a super big announcement to make, also happening today. Starting at 2 p.m. on the extended Daily 8, we are going to be hearing from Barry Manilow himself. He is set to perform in Grand Rapids as part of his farewell tour on June 4th. He sat down with me and we had quite the conversation leading up to that farewell show. You are going to be able to see that full interview in its entirety, again, starting at 2 p.m. later today. So hopefully we will see you then. That is going to do it for us today on this edition of the Daily 8. I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning in, and we will see you all again tomorrow, same time, same place.